The story starts as we are introduced to Hell's Gate, which is located far to the north of the Earth, and the Demon Lord formerly used it to infiltrate our world. The gate was closed, and the demonic danger was extinguished because of the renowned hero Xion Bladearts, wielder of Excalibur. The seal has begun to weaken because it was never fully formed, allowing the demons to resume their assault. Toca, a selfish and perverse farmer worried about his town's safety, digs pitfalls to protect the inhabitants from the demons. Xion, however, is on his way to reseal Hell's Gate and preserve the human race, so don't worry. Or rather, he was. The renowned hero has perished after entering one of Toca's traps. Fortunately, Henri Hainsworth is a specialist in dealing with the afterlife. Henri may not be able to bring Xion back to life, but she can save their journey by transferring Xion's soul into Toca's decaying body and taking him to Hell's Gate in his stead. Toca's childhood friend, Yuna Eunice, decides to go along since she doesn't want to be left behind. The three of them started out as the least qualified group ever to try to save the planet. During the trip, one of Xion's friends challenges Toca and says he is not the real Xion because he can't use his holy sword. Henri tells Xion's old friend Kyle what's going on, and Kyle saves Toca from the mob. Yuna bets that Toca can prove himself by killing monsters on a quest. Henri says that Toca doesn't have the spiritual strength to use the sword or even stop Xion's body from rotting. Kyle challenges Toca for the right to take over as the hero by replacing Toca's soul with his own. Kyle says he was making a joke. Toca is scared, so he tries to take his body back from Henri's necklace while she sleeps. Instead, he sees Kyle try to kill him by stabbing the necklace, which makes him even more scared. Toca tries to stay away from Kyle during the quest because he knows Kyle wants to kill him. When they get split from Henri while fighting demons, however, Kyle says that he was jealous that Xion became the hero and tried to kill him in secret several times, hoping that Henri would swap souls with him. Kyle tries to kill Toca, but Yuna stops him and Henri hears everything Kyle says. Kyle says that necromancers are part devil, so if he takes Henri's crystal heart, he can soul swap himself into Xion. Henri says that necromancers were born on the other side of Hell's Gate, which made her crystal heart change. Toca decides that Henri can be trusted and will try his hardest to be the hero. Henri says that she will marry Toca if he saves the world. Kyle gets caught in Toca's traps, sending him deep into the ocean. Toca decides that they will go to the royal capital to make a lot of money because the reward from the quest needs to be more to pay off than the money they spent on tools and food. In the meantime, some mysterious people decide to go after Princess Marguerite. Toca keeps getting worse and worse until only his bones are left. Toca wears a mask of Xion's face when he meets Larkvault, king of Farum, only to find out that Larkvault wants Xion to marry Princess Marguerite. Toca is forced to go on a date to an event with masks in 2 days. Marguerite passes out because she has MES, a disease that will kill her if she doesn't eat a lot of food. Leland, a doctor, finds out that Henri is a sorcerer. He then offers Toca a potion that will heal her if she helps him hunt devils for the city. During the hunt, they meet Knight Sorcerer. Skeleton Man, a sorcerer, takes Yuna and Henri. Toca notices that Marguerite gets fat after every meal, but before her MES quickly shrinks her, he puts stocking on her bigger thighs, angering Isaac, her teacher. Marguerite goes to see her doctor, so Toca gets bored and goes looking for Yuna and Henri. He finds Marguerite's doctor, Leland, who is also the Skeleton Man. Leland goes to see Yuna, who has been kidnapped, and tells her about his plan. Kill everyone, take their flesh away, and resurrect them as a mortal skeleton. Then, in return for peace, give the flesh to the devils and frame Henri. At the masquerade, Toca is happy when Marguerite wears socks on purpose. This makes Isaac even more angry since he already thinks Toca is not the real Xion. Isaac and Soruella heard Marguerite say that Toca is not Xion because he has a very different attitude. Marguerite runs away, and Leland finds her. Leland takes Marguerite to the streets, where he has already killed dozens of people and made their bones look like bones. Toca tries to save her and show her that he is a good person, but he gets his head knocked off while Leland and Marguerite get away. Toca gets Isaac and Soruella to trust him so they can sneak into Leland's prison and save Yuna and Henri. Leland starts the procedure to cut the flesh off of Marguerite and then marry her. While Soruella is fighting Leland's demon friend, Toca steps in. Leland uses uses a potion that gives him more power to call more skeletons to get Marguerite, hurting Isaac in the process. They run away into the woods, and Toca's smart moves amaze Henri. Toca says that demons would attack him as a child after his parents died, so he learned to be sneaky and plan ahead. When Marguerite hears this, she starts to like him. As Toca needs mana badly to fight Leland, Isaac explains that MES has a side effect that makes Marguerite's body fluids full of mana, so Toca can heal by drinking them. Marguerite comes to the embarrassing conclusion that she has to pee in poor Toca's mouth because she can't cry, and won't let him lick her sweat. Toca stops Marguerite at the last moment when she realizes that Leland is not a sorcerer. He controls the dead with the crystal. Toca shows the crystal to Marguerite, who breaks it. Leland is caught, but a demon shows up with Ceruella after she has been defeated. Toca has his head broken and dies. Marguerite, who has fallen in love with Toca, sheds enough tears for him to get a new body. He then kills the monster with the hero's sword. In another place, the sorcerer who is in charge of the demon is interested in Toca. Leland is locked up and goes crazy. Marguerite realizes that letting out her feelings by crying has healed her MES. The king gives Toca a magic-powered carriage as a prize, and Marguerite sneaks on board to join the heroes group. Toca realizes it takes so much magic to stop his body from rotting that he only has a few weeks before turning back into a useless skeleton. Henri and Marguerite bicker about who will one day marry Toca. Yuna starts to doubt how she feels about Toca, and because Marguerite is there, she chooses to leave. Yuna gets bitten by a zombie and starts to turn into one. She tries to insult Toca so that he will leave her, but he doesn't give in. Belarco, a spearman, saves them both. He knows that Toca is not the hero, but he does it anyway. Belarco suggests that they hide out at Mayor Dot's house. Yuna completely changes, but Henri manages her with necromancy. This shows that zombies are people who have been cursed with a spell that makes them more aggressive and less able to control themselves. This spell is spread through bites. Henri suggests that she briefly can take over Yuna to keep her under control while she figures out who put the curse on her. Toca steps up instead, but once he's inside Yuna, it's clear he wants to touch her body. Henri and Marguerite stop him every time he tries to get close to her, even if it means tying him up overnight. When a demon breaks into the house, it lets the zombies in. After saving Dot, he takes the other survivors, including warriors Colin and Negan, to a secret panic room. Toca remembers that Colin and Negan were on Leland's side during the skeleton incident. Marguerite offers to help them in exchange for a shorter term, which they only reluctantly agree to. Demons and a high-ranking devil destroy the panic room, which leaves Marguerite half naked, and they throw Belarco into the river for no reason. Toca kills a demon with a sword, which surprises everyone. Toca's soul is in Yuna right now, so he should only be able to use the sword with the body of hero Xion, if he has a truly heroic soul. Marguerite is thrilled because if Toca becomes the next hero, they can get married. Diego, the sorcerer in charge of the demon attacking Leland and hurting Colin, as he killed Xion, Diego hoped that Toca and Henri would join the necromancers in killing all humans for killing necromancers after Xion closed the gate to hell. Toca says no, so Diego tells his zombies to kill her and her family. Toca lies and says that he killed Xion with the power of Lushai's, stronger than the heroes. Dot, who was paid by Lushai's, the chance to see Marguerite naked in stockings, to drive Toca's magic carriage, hits Diego when he hesitates. Dot had also brought Millie Eunice, Yuna's sister, their pervy father Fieri, who likes breasts more than legs, and Millie's party members Shannon and Dorothy. Diego runs away, but he tells them that in 24 hours, the zombies will turn into devils. Toca gathers the zombies together and tells Colin that he will kill Diego's demon to save them. Toca is able to fool Yuna's family into thinking he is her. Millie tells Marguerite that she is engaged to Toca, whom she loves, which makes Marguerite angry. Fieri doesn't like Toca, so he tells Yuna to go home, saying she's too weak to help in a fight. This makes Toca angry. Diego throws an army of necromancers and demons at them as a surprise. Well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate your support.